Alright, Greed. Let me do this while I have this fresh on my mind. I just got off of the call. So watch this video in 1.25 speed. I'll try to go through how I would want to fix Widow. Before I talk about my fixes, let's talk about some other fixes. Yeah, what you're talking about, just removing the one shot, yes, this fixes the problem. What that other guy talked about in your stream is when she's scoped up, you see the laser, and when she's fully charged, she glows and stuff like this. Yes, this fixes it too. But we're going to talk about how I would fix Widow. Now, we'll just assume that Widow's oppressive in top 500, right? Or I understand what you're saying is like the one shot, you just don't like it, right? So here's how I would fix it. Please watch in 1.25 speed. So the first thing, we're going to know hero limits. This does a lot more than fix Widow, but secondly, this is how I want Widow to work. Generally, I want all CC and everything to act like real, but here in Widow, I want it to be a very special case, and that is only headshots count. And Widow one-shots humanoids. We can kills Junker Queen, but not Roadhog. I would have to list every single hero here. Hold on a sec. Alright, just really quickly, let's just name off the heroes that Widow can one-shot. And these are totally arbitrary. And some are up for interpretation, right? They're on the cusp, and you can go either way with them. Let's do a rapid quickfire of who Widow can one-shot in my balancing system. And it doesn't matter how many hit points they have or nothing else. Body shots don't count, and a fully charged headshot kills. It doesn't do 250 anymore. There is no power. The bullet has no amount of damage. If you get a fully charged headshot, it's a kill. This is the game, right? This is a game of Monopoly. We can do anything we want. Quit arguing, it's not Overwatch. No, we can do anything we want. Alright, so, who can Widow one shot? Obviously, Baby Diva. She can't do it through the mech, right? Because there's bulletproof glass there, right? We're just making stuff up. Doomfist? Maybe, maybe not. He's a humanoid, but he's a tough motherfucker, alright? Junker Queen, same, on the edge. Orisa, obviously not. Ram, no. Rhine has a helmet. Hog, probably not, maybe. Same with Doom and Junker Queen. These are ones that are kind of on the edge, and I don't have a good answer for it. Well, obviously, if you hit Orisa in the head, there would be a amount of damage done, right? So I guess there would be a damage. Sorry, I have to backtrack a little bit. But anyway, let's keep going. Sigma, yeah, maybe. Winston, no. He's a tough motherfucker, right? Hammy, this is interesting. Since Hammond is exposed in his ball, maybe a one-shot would work on Hammond. So Widow would be a hard counter to... And remember, when he's in his ball form, there's no head hitbox, so she can do 0 damage to ball, right? Remember, we can do anything we want. Don't complain that any change is illegitimate. We can change anything we want. And if you're going to argue that we're bending over backwards to leave the one shot in when we could just remove it in the first place, why do we want to leave one shot in? Why do we want it? If you want to take it out because it's too overpowered, it's not a good enough reason. You got to make a better case. Zarya, no, because she has her shields, right? Even though she's a humanoid, she kind of has like this invisible shield without the bubble, right? She has shields on her health bar. So obviously Ashe, yes. Bastion, no. Cass, yes. Echo, Genji, yeah. Maybe Genji, no, and Hanzo, yes. But Genji, yes, and Zen, yes, right? We're shooting humanoids. Hanzo, yes. Junk, yes. Maybe not Mei, because she's an ice wizard or whatever. Pharah, yeah. Reaper, maybe not. He's ghost type, like Pokemon. Sojourn, yes. Soldier, yes. Sombra, yes. Sim, maybe not, because she has like this invisible shield like Zara. Her health bar is comprised of shield, right? So there can be a case to be made that the Widow one-shot doesn't work on Symmetra. Torb, probably. We can consider him an armored dude, even though it's not in the character model. Tracer, obviously. Widow, obviously. Anna, yes. Bap, yes. Brig, probably not. Because she has a helmet on, right? She's supposed to, it doesn't matter what skin she wears. Ilari, yes. Kiriko, yes. Lifeweaver, yes. Lucio, yes. Mercy, yes. Mora, yes. And Zen, yes. Okay? So, we are just arbitrarily saying who she can and can't one-shot. She has an amount of damage, right? Because when she hits a Rissa in the head, it doesn't count for nothing, right? So there would actually, I had to backtrack, there would be a amount of damage. So this is my balancing idea for the Widow. Here's how we're nerfing Widow. Another nerf is show hero picks from the gate. As you start the game, you can see them selecting their heroes. And if you are attacking and defending on Numbani, obviously this would give a disadvantage to the people who are defending first point Numbani, because they have to get to the point first. This fundamentally changes Overwatch, and I'm fine with that. Now you're going to say, but you're going through all this effort to leave in the one-shot when we could just remove it outright. I don't understand why keeping Overwatch the same is more important than removing the one-shot. This is... no hero limits, only headshots. Me and you gotta get back into talk and go down the goats line. And what you're saying is wrong about goats. Then if we go back to no hero limits. So, how are we nerfing Widow? Show hero picks from the gate. Right? We're just doing this. We can do anything we want. Showing hero picks from the gate is a direct nerf to Widow, because she's not going to get that one sneak shot in from the start of the match. You don't have to play every game as if there's a Widow at the start of the match, right? You know that there's a Widow. This is a nerf to her in this specific scenario at the beginning of the match. So, I forget what else you said. This video is probably about 10 minutes long already, so no hero limits. My only headshot thing. We went over who she killed. Show heroes out of the gate. And also, we're changing Reaper. Reaper can turn into a ghost. I'd like to fundamentally change... Reaper is supposed to get in... Type it. Reaper is supposed to get into your back line effortlessly. Okay? This is Reaper's thing. Just like Widow's one-shot is her thing. So, no more Shadow Step. He only gets Wraith form. It's almost like invisibility. You can still see him, but maybe you can still shoot him a little bit. Not like now. But anyway, Reaper's supposed to get in the back line unnoticed, or invincible, so to speak. Anyway, he's supposed to get in your back line. Reaper's supposed to get in your back line, and he can't really right now so much. He gets in your back line, and he can go to the second story, and he kills Widow, right? It's a 1v1. She's no one's guarding Widow. Yeah, if someone's guarding Widow, well, they're forfeiting another player in the front line to protect their Widow, right? If she calls out for support, that's the name of the game, right? So if that means that Reaper, when he attacks Widow, yeah, he's going to get he's going to lose the 2v1, but he can sustain himself to create opportunities on the other side of the field, right? So you make sure Sombra can 1v1 Widow, right? So Sombra, there may be another hero that is like a real hard counter to Widow, right? But Reaper and Sombra. That's why I don't get why everyone's complaining about the one shot. Reaper and Sombra should be able to 1v1 Widow. And before help gets there, right? So, I'm not... like I said, I'm bronze. Getting one shot out of the gate is not a problem for me. I don't see what all the hubbub is about. But that's all I can think of. Sorry to make this so long. Thanks for listening. Goodbye.